Well, September is Arthritis Month, and we are joined by naturopathic Dr. Joyce Johnson to talk about the misconceptions of the disease. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Joyce.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, let's first talk about arthritis itself. Exactly what is it? It's inflammation, correct?
Absolutely. So,
Mm-hmm.
inflammation of the joints is technically what the translation is.
Mm-hmm.
And one in five Canadians suffer from arthritis. And sort of going into that first myth that we wanted to talk about is
Yes.
that it's not just an old person condition, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Canadian Arthritis Society says that there's 24,000 children under the age of 18 that suffer from some form of arthritis. So, it's a
Wow.
chronic health condition that, yes, it
Mm-hmm.
does get worse as we get older, but it
Sure.
affects a lot of Canadians.
Now, what maybe triggers it? You know how some people some days are feeling more pain from it than others. Some days they can go by feeling pretty easy.
Absolutely. So sometimes overuse, using your joints more, putting a little extra strain on your joints. For
Mm-hmm.
some people, it can be the weather, especially during the winter months, because
Mm-hmm. So I hear.
arthritic joints, yeah, they tend to fare better in the warmer temperatures, right?
Okay.
Because the warmth will, increase blood flow. It helps a little bit with joint mobility. It warms up the muscles better for
Mm-hmm.
them so that,
Mm-hmm.
they feel a little bit more limber.
Mm-hmm. Well, any other misconceptions that are around arthritis that we should know about?
Well, some of them are that nutrients don't have any benefit, and
Right.
they actually do. There are some nutrients like glucosamine and chondroitin. There's a lot of research to support how they can benefit arthritic joints. So, glucosamine and chondroitin, they both help to build the cartilage in your joints, and that's what we're trying to preserve. We're trying to preserve
Mm-hmm.
cartilage that is there left because that cartilage covers the sort of the end of a bone and that's in your joint, right? And the more
Mm-hmm.
cartilage you have, the more joint space you have. But as arthritic joints, it feels like bone on bone.
Right.
In essence, some people it probably almost is.
Oh, I can imagine. So let's talk maybe about some of the nutritional support that we can give ourselves to make ourselves feel better if we have arthritis.
Absolutely. So some of the myth is that a diet can cure it. A diet
Mm-hmm.
can't cure it, but there are some good health benefits to a healthy diet. So we're
Mm-hmm.
incorporating things like omega-3,
Mm-hmm.
extremely good because it takes down inflammation in your joints. So it can be from foods, salmon, we have chia, walnuts, we have hemp seeds, flax seeds. These are great sources of omega-3.
Mm-hmm.
Turmeric, also great. Cook with a lot of turmeric. Turmeric,
Mm.
its active ingredient curcumin, has anti-inflammatory properties. You can also incorporate quercetin. Quercetin, you can find it's rich in some red onions. It's a source of antioxidant. We have antioxidants in the onions. Cherries. Okay, so gout is it's an arthritic condition.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that cherries can have a beneficial effect for people that suffer from gout.
Ah, very good. So I'm one to believe that food heals. So as you say, it's not like but we just know if we're putting good foods in our body, we're going to help ourselves. And of course, as a naturopathic doctor, you're going to take the natural approach to this. And as you say, like turmeric, going into the colder months, we need to be in the warmth, right? So being warm and having rest will also help a lot.
Absolutely. Being
Mm-hmm.
warm and having some rest, but not too much. So you
Mm-hmm.
want to maintain some level of activity.
Mm-hmm.
Doing strength training, weight bearing exercise will actually help to strengthen the muscles around the joint. So if you have arthritis very bad in your knee, you want to make sure that you are strengthening your quads, your hamstrings, everything that surrounds that knee joint to give it extra strength and support so that
Mm-hmm.
less stress is actually put on the actual
Makes
joint
sense.
capsule itself.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Again, naturopathic Dr. Joyce Johnson. We always love having you on. Great insight, and we can connect you through chch.com to all your socials, and people can find out more. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.